guys, just got the 1960 Ford country sedan station wagon all tuned up and ready to go to New Jersey for the Race of Gentlemen. It's just going to be my commuter. I'm not going to race or anything with it, but I thought it'd be a cool little video to walk around because it's an interesting car. It's got a 292 Y block in it, and it runs pretty good. But the interesting thing about this car, in 1959, it was ordered by the US military for the civil defense. So it has a lot of weird stuff going on with it. And the cool thing is I've got the original data plate where the US government owned it. And it has all Edsel dash trim, because I guess Ford was just trying to clear that stuff out. And then it had heated rear seats, which is pretty neat. I've got the stamped covers and stuff for it in the back, so when I eventually get the heaters working on the seats, I'll put the covers back on. But it was located at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, and from what I can find, they used it until 63, 64-ish, and then they donated it to the village of Drummond, Montana, and they used it as a volunteer ambulance. And when I got it, it had holes in the roof where the lights were. It's got an extra battery cutaway in the inner fender to support all the lights and sirens and stuff. And then the Big Sky dragway in Anaconda, I kind of made that part up. Big Sky dragway did exist, and they closed in 63, 64, and was eventually bought out and then renamed. But I just thought it could be a potentially cool mix-up, you know, since it had been in Montana its whole life until it came to Ohio. And I had some stuff touched up and added, but this is the original lettering when it was the volunteer ambulance. And even the civil defense logos, I had them touched up by Dan Shaw, but they were still there and visible. They were just kind of faded out pretty bad. And kind of behind the new lettering, they had painted over where it said Drummond Volunteer Ambulance. So that's kind of why I wanted the new artwork to go over top of it. But in certain light, you can still see the lettering, like the D and the R, and then it would have said VOL period ambulance where the mountain range is. But it's pretty neat. It was originally a 9-passenger, and they took all the rear seat stuff out to put their first responder gear and stuff in it. And the front floors are a little rough shape from the light holes leaking all those years, but overall it's a pretty solid car. And more of the weird stuff is it has the 292 Y block in it, a 3 on the tree, and then it had a 411 gear in the back, and it had never been apart. So it didn't really want to go much more than 45 when I first got it, and we kind of changed up the rear end gear to make it a more streetable car. But it's just kind of interesting, the history on it, and that it was ordered by the US government to be an Air Force car. So keep an eye out for me at the Race of Gentlemen, and hopefully we'll see you on the beach.